It's very funny how, as the central banking systems are collapsing and people are doing bank runs and people are losing their money and banks are going bankrupt and going insolvent, how the propaganda machine is trying to distract people from this. I mean, they're going so far. They even put dementia Joe Biden up there on stage and film him saying, "Don't worry, everything's going to be fine."
Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Americans can have confidence. The banking system is safe. Your deposits will be there when you need them.
Well, if you got dementia Joe Biden up there saying everything's going to be fine, you know for a fact that everything is not going to be fine. The banks are going to continue to collapse. The US dollar is going to continue to inflate, and people are going to continue to get more and more impoverished who conform to that system. People who keep their money in the bank, people who keep getting paid in dollars when they could be getting paid in Bitcoin or XMR or Pirate Chain or XRP or XLM or some other digital currency that exists outside and independent from the central banking system that has a limited supply and deflationary potential. Because the US dollar is inflationary, meaning they can print as much of it as they want, and then that devalues it. It makes the purchasing power go down. Well, the cryptocurrencies, they have limited supplies, so they're like the opposite of the US dollar. They're deflationary as opposed to inflationary. And right now, as all the central banks collapse, and as more of them collapse, I mean, we already saw a few of them collapse just the other week, and this is going to happen to more of them because it's like a domino effect, and it's also a contagion, as some people call it.
Because of the potential for contagion risk.
And as this happens, they're going to try to distract you with all these silly stories and all kinds of funny things. I mean, lately they've been trying to distract everyone with these stories about Donald Trump getting arrested. And it's really funny because first there was all these articles that went out about how Donald Trump's going to get arrested on Tuesday.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday said he expects to be arrested Tuesday.
And then he didn't get arrested on Tuesday. So they're like, all right, he's going to get arrested on Wednesday. And then he didn't get arrested on Wednesday. And then more articles go, all right, Thursdays. And then if that doesn't happen, they're just going to keep making up these stories, anything they can do to get you to click on it and get distracted by it. It's called clickbait. Also, too, it's really funny because with all the fake narratives of Donald Trump being arrested on Tuesday, which didn't happen, maybe he'll get arrested in the future, I don't know, but it didn't really actually happen on the day they said it would. But what they did is they created a bunch of CGI, computer generated images in Photoshop, which is just fake images, of 8 police officers tackling Donald Trump in the middle of the street. They're trying to make these fake images go viral so people think that Donald Trump's actually getting arrested. And this is all put in place to distract you from what's really, really important and what you should really be paying attention to. And what's really going on right now is all the central banks are collapsing.
Hundreds more U.S. banks could fail, like Silicon Valley Bank studies show. Many U.S. banks have accumulated large losses from bond investments and hold uninsured deposits, a perfect recipe for a bank run. Bank failures are rare but serious and contagious when they happen. Following the domino-like collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, nearly 190 more banks in the United States are at risk of failure, according to a new study. A recent Social Science Research Network study suggests that 186 American banks could fail if half of their depositors suddenly withdrew their funds. The researchers formulated a speculative scenario in which each bank experienced a run and concluded that the FDIC would run out of money. Our calculations suggest that these banks are certainly at a potential risk of a run absent other government intervention or recapitalization, the economists wrote.
The whole financial infrastructure and monetary system that everyone is familiar with and everyone's been using for decades and decades, that is all collapsing, and people who keep all their money in that system are going to get wiped out. Not only are they going to get wiped out from the insolvencies, but they're also going to get wiped out from the inflation and the potential hyperinflation that's about to happen, because as all these banks are collapsing and going insolvent, guess what the Federal Reserve is doing? They're bailing them out, meaning they're just pumping tens and tens and tens and tens of billions of dollars more. Probably, after more and more of them collapse, it's going to be hundreds of billions into the trillions. They're just pumping more money into the economy, and that's causing the purchasing power of all the dollars you hold in the bank to plummet. So regardless of whether or not your bank collapses, you're still getting fucked because of the inflation.